In today's video, I'm going to be going over 10 secrets that you did not know about the brand new smithing update in Roblox Grow a Garden. If you guys go on to find this video helpful, drop a like and subscribe, it helps me out a bunch. We're trying to get to 400k, but anyways, let's hop straight into this. So the first and most common secret is probably going to be this guy right here. In the top left side of the map, we now have a brand new machine, and this is going to be the pet age break machine. So what the pet age break basically lets you do is it makes you make your pet over the age of 100, meaning you can have a pet that goes all the way up to 125. You simply do this by submitting your age 100 pet just like this. Then you want to go ahead and choose a duplicate of this pet. This duplicate could literally be age 1, it does not matter, you just need a duplicate of said pet. And that's about it. It's going to take an hour for your pet to gain another age, and you can keep on doing this for 25 times, making your pet go all the way up to age 125. Once again, this is a very obvious secret and we pretty much all know about this. By the way, you can only see this machine if you have a pet that's age 100 inside your inventory. So if you have a pet that is not age 100, you will not be able to see this machine inside of Grow a Garden. So make sure you get your pet to age 100 before you try and upgrade it. Next up, moving on to something that is not as well known. As you guys know, when you go ahead and submit things to this NPC, or to this furnace I should say, you go ahead and get yourself a bunch of coal. Currently in the game we have legendary coal, divine coal, rare coal, and of course common coal. But did you know this furnace actually gives us some other things which are actually pretty cool? That's right, we got 3 new weathers inside of this update. The first one being smithing fever, hammers swirling, increased chance for a fruit to turn tempered, and the second one being smithing storm. Blacksmith's furnace grants a 10x craft speed, which is very good. The final one is called Alien Aurora. I'm not sure if this one is new, but yeah, it is completely unrelated to the smithing event, it seems like. You basically unlock these weathers by just continuously submitting things to this guy, and yeah, I believe it's like an 8% chance to actually unlock this, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to something a little bit more interesting. So as you guys know, you can now craft a bunch of new cosmetics from this crafting section right here. Most of these cosmetic items really don't do anything, they are purely cosmetics as mentioned in the name, except for this one cosmetic item. This is going to be the Horseshoe magnet. As you guys know, we as a community have been complaining for a very long time to bring back pancake stacks. Pancake stacks were some of the most useful cosmetic items ever added into the game. This thing attracts pets every 20 seconds, meaning if you guys wanted all of your pets to be concentrated to one single area, this thing would attract it, and it was honestly very useful. But unfortunately, this was only obtainable like 4 or 5 updates ago. You can no longer get this. So people have been complaining, and they have been complaining for a long time. But our prayers have been answered because the new Horseshoe magnet is basically a pancake stack reborn. This thing basically operates the same way as a pancake stack, and it attracts all of the pets inside of your garden towards it. Unfortunately, we don't really know how exactly this thing works because there is no information about it like anywhere. As you guys can see, the wiki basically has no info on it, and placing it down in game currently is not really doing much, but sometimes all of the pets just go towards it. Yeah, look at this, check this out bro, all of my pets have just come next to it again, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Clearly it does work, but we don't know how it works. It's very mysterious, but still pretty cool nonetheless. You guys should definitely go ahead and stack up on these as soon as you can, because honestly the crafting recipe for these is not too hard to obtain. All you need is the harvest hammer and the hollow bamboo, which is honestly not that difficult to get. So if you guys have not already, make sure you craft a bunch of these before it is gone. Now speaking of gone, the next thing we're going to be talking about doesn't even exist. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but this is once again to do with the pet age break machine right over here. Well, it's not really to do with this pet age break machine, but it is next to the pet age break machine, and it's actually been in the game for quite a long time, but it keeps getting removed and then re-added into the game. If we go right behind the pet age break machine, you can actually jump off of this block right here, and well, okay, I didn't do it right there. Okay, I swear to god there was a platform that you could land on that was invisible like right about here, but apparently it's been removed from the game again. You guys probably know what I'm talking about because a lot of people have been talking about this little mysterious platform, but I promise you there was an invisible platform that you could jump on. It was right about here, but apparently it's been removed in the latest patch again. I'm telling you bro, the devs keep on adding it it into the game and then removing it over and over again. Not sure what's going on there, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I'm like super confused, and the next thing is even more confusing, because if we go back into the shop right now, the devs did something a little bit silly. As you guys can see, obviously we didn't get any new Transcended seed this week. The Trinity seed unfortunately has been removed as it was a limited seed, but the Zebra Zinkly seed is gonna stay in the game permanently, which is a huge W. But there is actually a new seed inside of the seed shop, and this is gonna be a Divine Sunflower. Now for those who've been playing this game for a pretty long time, you probably realize that this is not a new seed. In fact, this was one of the first seeds ever added into the game that was inside of a seed pack. The Sunflower seed was obtainable through the Flower seed pack with a 0.5% chance to get it. This thing was not easy to get at all. This was added during the Busy Bee event, if you guys remember what that was. Of course, it was the Bee event, one of the most well-received updates ever. But now you may wonder, why is it back in the game and why can you buy it from the seed shop? This was a limited time seed, which was only a 0.5% chance to get. So why the hell is it back in the game? I don't know. I don't know why the devs decided to put this back in the game, but we now have two types of sunflowers in the game. The first one being the sunflower you can buy from the seed shop itself, and the second one being the Legacy Sunflower. This is the one you could get from the Flower seed pack. So yes, the old sunflower has now been renamed to the Legacy Sunflower, and now we have a new sunflower for some reason. The new sunflower is significantly worse than the old one, by the way, so this thing cannot compare at all. Once again, I have no clue why the devs decided to add this particular flower into the game. I mean, it's not like there's a lack of flowers or something, you know, something else they could have added into the game, but yeah, they really wanted to add sunflower to the game. God knows why. So if for some reason you did not get the sunflower from the Bee event, I guess you now have a chance to get it, but like a budget, cheap version of it, I guess. So confusing, super confusing. Next up, coal. You guys know coal, right? This is what you can obtain in this event. You need coal for pretty much everything. You need coal to craft. You can use coal as a gear item right here too if you want, to be honest, but again, it's kind of a waste. But did you know that you can actually click on coal and it gives you money? The rarer the coal, the more money you get, which is pretty cool. So if for some reason you're a new player and you're running short on shekels, just click on coal. Boom, you're gonna get yourself a bunch of money. How useful is this? Not useful at all. I think you're gonna spend more money trying to obtain coal itself. So it's not really a money making guide, but it is a cool little Easter egg that you guys can go ahead and do. Once again, not very useful. I completely understand that. This next thing, however, is actually super useful. So as you guys know, we got a brand new egg inside of this update. This is going to be the gem egg. You can craft this egg from the crafting section right here, and honestly, it has some pretty decent rewards inside of it. This egg is actually going to be a permanent part of the game, so that alone is pretty cool. As you guys can see, it is actually inside of the egg section here, and this is the first ever prismatic egg we have in the game that's also in the egg shop, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is going to be a permanent part of the game. Honestly, the rewards from this egg aren't the best. Really wish something else like the Paradise egg was a permanent part of the game, but honestly, this is a good alternative. I'm not complaining. Now that we're speaking about this egg, there is one specific animal that you can get from this egg, and this is going to be the Emerald Snake. The Emerald Snake is cool because this guy has a pretty decent ability. Every 7 minutes, it goes to a random fruit and converts it into a random gem-themed cosmetic. Yeah, that's right, this thing basically creates cosmetic items out of thin air. And as you guys can see, some of these cosmetic items are honestly pretty cool looking, bro. So we have this gem light of some sort. We also have this gem bookshelf. This is another table light thingy. Honestly, all of these cosmetic items are pretty cool, and it's also pretty cool that the only way to get these is from the Emerald Snake. If you guys don't get the Emerald Snake, you cannot get these cosmetic items. So honestly, yeah, if you guys are a nerd who likes to collect cosmetic items like me, feel free to do so because yeah, these are pretty cool. Speaking of cool things added to the game, did you guys notice that Growy Garden got new animations? Not only do some plants in the game have animations, unfortunately I don't have these said plants, but there is also a brand new animation for when you place things down now. Look at that. It just plops into the ground. It looks super cool. I'm really happy to see these QLL updates getting added into the game. It honestly just adds a really cool touch to the game. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and is there any other animations you noticed? Once again, let me know. Oh, another thing that I completely forgot to mention is there is now a timer on the plants. Check this out. out. So there's going to be a countdown, basically counting down how long it's going to take for the plant to grow up. This is especially useful for bigger plants that take a very, very long time to grow. For example, this emerald bud, which is going to take 8 minutes. Even using something like a watering can, honestly, it just helps out so much. Look at that timer going down. It's so satisfying, bro. So yeah, once again, another quality of life update that we absolutely love. Did you know there's a new sprinkler in the game? Now you might ask, where the hell is this new sprinkler? It's not in the brand new crafting gears section. It's obviously not inside of the gears section here, and you can't really dig for it. So where the hell is this new sprinkler? Well, once again, it's a pretty interesting process to actually obtain this. So to obtain the sprinkler, you're first gonna need an advanced sprinkler. This is our regular advanced sprinkler. Simply go ahead and place this thing down. Once you've done that, you're gonna need yourself one of these guys. This is a geode turtle. You get him by digging, and every 5 minutes converts an advanced sprinkler into a geode sprinkler, which applies the geode mutation. We're gonna let this guy run in the background, and I'll show you guys what this geode sprinkler actually looks like. Now that we're speaking about some pets you can get from digging anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the brand new 0.5% pet you can get from digging. This is gonna be the goblin miner. Considering the previous goblin we had in the game was kind of useless, I mean, it was a troll pet, I was fully expecting this goblin to also be, you know, useless. But no, this guy actually has a pretty cool ability. Every 5 minutes, the clock has a chance to grant a dig. I'm not sure what the clock is supposed to refer here, but yeah, honestly, pretty cool that you can basically get free digs every single 5 minutes. Considering digging is such a huge part of the game right now, getting multiple of these goblins is honestly gonna help you guys out so much. So yeah, if you get your hands on this, do not sell it. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. Let's go, dude. I just got myself a geode turtle. And finally, the last secret that I've managed to find for you guys is actually not here at all. It's up in the sky. It's kind of hard to see, but if we go ahead and zoom in right over there, as you guys can see, there is this dot up in the sky. This thing does not move. Once again, I'm moving around right now and it is still there in the sky. And once again, this bugged me a lot, and I thought that this is some Easter egg that the devs added into the game, but no, it turns out it's a lot sillier than that. Turns out if you go ahead and try and dig and grow a garden, this is actually just the digging island. Check this out, guys. So yeah, that dot in the sky is just the digging island, which is pretty funny. So if you're weird like me and have been wondering what that dot in the sky is, it's just the digging island. That's it. Anyways, guys, that's 10 secrets I found in Grow a Garden in the brand new smithing update. These videos take a very, very long time to make, so hit that like and subscribe button if you guys have not already. And please, please, please help me get to 400,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching. Peace out.